So now I have the power supply hooked up and set to output at 12 volts, and I can come down here and touch that and basically feed electricity, simulating the battery. Now what we have going on here is basically I'm learning how to model in FreeCAD, which crashes all the time. But basically this is what we have so far. So that would be our body. And then there's our motor right there. You can see that I kind of put a form of it inside the cart based on kind of, guessing, but pretty accurately finding where these bolts are. That's the most important part. That's really all I care about, is putting these bolts through a piece of plastic. So this is all going to be 3D printed using this guy, hopefully in a couple days. So this undercarriage, you can see here, this would be the whole floor plate, almost like a building. And then because it's so tight in here, and I want the wheels hidden, because I think that that's a nice look if the wheels are kind of nice and hidden inside instead of sticking out. So you've got to kind of make this like inner structure that slaps up into the bottom of this thing, and that's basically what it looks like so far. This is kind of hard to navigate, but you can imagine that goes up inside once the motors are connected to it. So technically you could design one of these for any motor, and then the battery just goes on top. And I'm gonna have to engineer some way, once I get the final measurements, to hold this down. But basically that's kind of the entire bottom floor. And then the next rack, or the next structure, will go on top of this, and then that will hold some more components like the fuse box and kind of route power to everything else. So that's basically Millie so far, and we're gonna put some panels on these walls so we can actually open these up once we have the whole thing assembled and get to it from the side.